Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the Ching. We're reading Hexagram 59, Dispersing. Just as a reminder, we're in May, and the theme is emotional regulation. We're in week 4, May 22nd until 31st. And the theme for this week is practicing emotional balance. Dispersing. Nothing survives forever, not even rocks or the most rigid of structures. Likewise, all of our obstacles will dissolve in time too. The erosion of that which has been solid is not a bad thing. In fact, it means that something new is in the process of being created. Picture ice floes, hardened in winter and dispersing into the warmth of spring. When the ice melts, a mighty river emerges. This image points to a situation in which small changes produce big results over time. Rigidity in the hearts of humans breeds an egocentric separateness, but this can be transformed by a greater force, such as uplifting ceremony or the communal activity. The thawing of close hearts always improves conditions for everyone. Before the heart, the first thing to dissolve is any mental rigidity that might be feeding a sense of separation from others. Try to work closely with your friends and compatriots, concentrating on common activities that emanate from your integrity and goodwill. Some slight dramatic action in support of the greater good might shift energy, lift spirits, and lead to new possibilities. Spiritual impulses, including a sense of justice, should be honored and acted upon now. Such impulses provide a gentle push towards important and constructive change. If you avoid righteous indignation or aggressive force of any kind, any sense of disunity can be overcome. If you have lingering business or partnerships that are inactive or not working, this reading suggests that you consider dissolving them. As we go into the lines, line 1. In all significant undertakings, it is critical that dissension be handled quickly. Misunderstandings and feuds that are not allowed to linger and fester can rapidly develop into open wounds that affect an entire community or project. Conflicts caused by hidden factors need to be brought to light and dissolved as soon as possible to avoid further arguments and wasted energy. Once this is done, good fortune awaits. Line 2. If you sense the trouble is on the horizon for a group or enterprise, establish firm, reliable channels of communication within the group and with influential people outside the group. Trustworthy information is a powerful asset during a time of rapid dissolution. Whether the dissolving is from an enterprise or a relationship, once things are clear, regrets fall away, along with obstructions. Line 3. Sometimes, in the course of great work, it is important to let go of any thought of self or any desire for personal reward. Look within yourself, for it may be creating an obstacle or problem. Losing yourself in the work, if the work is vital, is an excellent way to let go of regrets. Line 4. When a partnership or group's bond is dissolving, only by rising above self-centered interests can much value be achieved. Take the high ground, and greater good fortune will result. Line 5. Crisis can mean opportunity, but only when like-minded men are organized behind an inspiring idea. This is especially true in chaotic situations or during disorganized times, when energies and resources have become scattered. Immense energy and generosity are needed in such times to seize the moment and rally others behind a common cause. If you are not in alignment with the greater good of all, you will become victim to the chaos. And line 6. This line refers to those who tiptoe around a dangerous situation to save others who are important to them, or to take a safe distance from damaging influences. But before you move at all, consider the consequences of any action carefully. When treading through the minefields, it furthers one to stay alert and think on one's feet. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. Hexagram 59 of the I Ching, Huan, dispersion or dissolution, speaks of breaking apart obstacles, emotional barriers, and stagnant energies that prevent unity, connection, and clarity. It calls for the dissolution of hardness, whether between people, whether within communities, or inside the self, and a return to spiritual coherence and heartfelt openness. Its primal theme is emotional and energetic release, scattering what blocks flow, so the true self or collective harmony can reemerge. This message aligns deeply with May's theme of emotional regulation and this week's focus on emotional expression, or mastering emotional expression. Emotional regulation isn't just about containment, it's about identifying stuck, unexpressed energy and gently releasing it. Hexagram 59 expresses, or encourages that very act, to break down the emotional dams built by fear, control, or self-isolation, and let the energy of truth, forgiveness, or grief move freely again. Whether in tears, words, or gestures of reconciliation, healthy emotional expression often requires an act of inner dissolution, where we soften the walls around our heart and allow our feelings to flow wisely and respectfully. We reconnect with others and ourselves. As we look at the journal prompts today, number 1, what emotional walls or blockages have you built to protect yourself, and how might they now be limiting your growth or connection? Number 2, when was the last time you allowed yourself to fully feel and express an emotion without any judgment? What did you learn from that? And number 3, if you could dissolve one internal tension today, an old resentment, a fear, or hardened belief, what would it be? And how might you begin? As always, that's it for today. Take care of yourself and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.